There's a battle going on between two of the best prop firms in the industry right now, and that is Topstep and Apex. Both of them are at the top of their game and leading the prop firm industry. But in this video, I'm going to go over a lot of the pros and cons of each of them. I'm going to give you my personal opinion on who I like the best, and I'm going to let you guys decide who you like more. Obviously, we have some Apex fans, we have some Topstep fans, but we're gonna all come together here in this video, right, and go over both of them, the pros, the cons, the positives, and negatives of each of these prop firms, right? Because right now there's a war. Let's be honest, there is a prop firm war going on between these two companies, and they're just like head to head, bare knuckling it out right now with each other. And so we'll see what happens, right? Competition is good for the industry. It's good that they have each other to compete with, because they're gonna constantly be evolving as companies to hopefully benefit the trader moving forward. So before we get in the video though, be sure to like and subscribe, guys. I'm putting out free content that's around day trading, educational content for absolutely free. You get it for free. Things you get on this channel, you will be getting in paid courses from your favorite guru, right? But you don't got to pay anybody. You're going to get it all here absolutely free. And not to mention, I am day trading live every single day, Monday through Friday. So if I'm posting gains or wins, well, I'm also going to be showing my losses because I'm doing it all live on YouTube. You get to see full transparency, my best moments, my worst moments, my full tilt moments, and my moments of excitement when we have big days, right? And so you get it all for free. Total transparency, free education. So drop a like, subscribe to get more content. And guys, you know what? Let's get into the video. First thing I want to go over, we're going to go over Apex. All right, I'm going to share my screen here. Oh, actually, you know what? Before I go over this, guys, can I get a W in the comment section? I just got married last week. All right, my wife and I, we just got married in Pompano, Florida. Got married on the beach. Beautiful weather. There was a tropical rainstorm. We got lucky. It went away. We got married on the beach. And guys, let me get some like W's in the comment section or something for that, because that's huge. All right, let's get in the video. Apex. We're going to go over Apex here. They are the biggest competitor to Topstep right now, and there are a lot of pros and cons that Apex has, and we're going to go over those. But first, and I'm going to try to make this like as even as possible. I'm not going to be try to be one-sided, right? I wanted to make this video to where it seemed that I was going over each of these fairly and that I wasn't leaning one side to either one. Now, I have the one that I personally favorite and that I use and that I'm going to be fully transparent with about later in this video. But I try to make it as even as possible, right? So the first thing I want to go over is with Apex, the pros that they have. One of the positives they have is their evals are cheap. It's a very low barrier to entry, right? You can fail a combine or evaluation and go get another one extremely cheap. That's the nature of Apex, right? They're constantly running sales. Now, I have my own thoughts on this, all right? So don't come at me, bro, all right? They're running sale after sale after sale. So it's like a permanent discount. They're never going to end. They're never going to expire, right? There's always going to be a sale. Let's just let that be known. All right, don't come at me. All right, don't come at me. But they're always going to be cheap. That's one of the things that Apex has going for them, is that you don't have to spend a lot of money to get into evaluation. The next thing they have going for them is you can trade 20 accounts, which can ultimately lead to a very big payday, right? If you get your accounts built up past the drawdown and you can withdraw that $2,000 out of 20 accounts, that's a $40,000 payday. Not bad. Not bad. We all would love to have a $40,000 payday. Okay, it is possible. People are doing it, right? There is proof in the pudding that people are withdrawing money and they're getting that $40,000 payout. Okay, and that's one of the things that Apex has going for them. Another thing I'll point out is that Apex has no they have no daily drawdown, right? They have no daily drawdown, meaning you can use your entire max drawdown to trade with. All right, you're not going to get stopped out on a bottom wick, right? You're not going to get wicked out and then it move in your favor, but then the daily drawdown stops you, right? They don't have a daily drawdown. Okay, so you have your max drawdown to use in a trade. I don't recommend trading that way. It's not ever going to be good for you, and it may not work out that great, but you have it. All right, it's there for you. It's there for you to use. All right. The next thing I'm going to go over is you can keep 100% of your first $25,000. That's a lot of money. Right? You request, $20,000. Say you do, I don't know, you have 5 accounts. You request 4,000 out of each. You're going to keep that whole $20,000, and you still have $5,000 to keep after that, right? So they're allowing you to keep 100% of a lot of money, right? So your first $25,000 you get to keep 100% of. That's cool. That's really good. So those are some pros. Those are a lot of things that Apex has going for them. I am going to get into the cons, and there are more cons I have listed than pros. Full transparency moment. Guys, it's just my personal opinion. Don't come at me. All right? It's my personal opinion. Anyways, this prop firm can still get expensive, even with discounts, right? Even with discounts, if you blow 20 of those accounts and you go purchase more, it still gets pricey, right? It still gets expensive. And then say you even pass those 20 accounts, you still have the activation fee. You're neck deep into thousands of dollars because of the activation fees, all right? The activation fees and purchasing the evaluations, you're neck deep in thousands of dollars, right? I don't know the math on it. I'd have to go back and look. I think there's like a one-time activation fee that's like $85, something like that. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But I think it's an $85 activation fee. So let's just do the math on that real quick, right? So if you have 20 accounts times 85, all right, that's $1,700, right? And I think if you don't do the one time, there's more pricier ones like $100. Anyways, I could be wrong, but you're neck deep into fees, right? They can get expensive. It's pricey. And that's only if you say you pass it your first time around, right? Say you fail all 20 of those accounts like 3 or 4 times in a row, and on your 5th, you're like neck deep in evaluation fees. And then also you still have the activation fee that you got to pay for all of those accounts. That'll get expensive really, really fast, right? Anyways, moving on. Their customer support has had a bad rep. Hasn't been great. There's been a lot of issues going back and forth with customer support, and things just not getting answers, support tickets taking forever. Customer support has had a bad rep lately, and that's not a good look for a prop firm. The next thing I'm going to go over is that trailing drawdown, where you get into profit, but if you lose that profit, your drawdown stays at whatever profit you had originally, and it doesn't move. So if you lose profit, or if you start to slip a little bit and go red, then you're getting closer and closer to that trailing drawdown, because that drawdown line isn't going to move. It's going to stay where it's at based off where you ran the account up to. All right. So that gets a lot of people, and a lot of people don't like that. It could be good for the quick scalpers and the quick traders, right? It could help you become a profitable trader. I'm not going to sit here and bash it. I personally don't like it or agree with it. However, I know it can be used for good things. So I'm going to leave that as it is, right? But a lot of people don't like it. I personally don't. It is what it is, right? Next thing is client experience with Discord and customer support again, right? There's been a lot of issues going on with their Discord and them banning people, and them just not answering client questions, or just banning people out of Discord because they're asking about payouts, when they're going to get the payouts, and so on and so forth. You can't do that. You can't ban people, right? You're going to lose your clientele. People are just curious about when you're going to get their payouts. I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole on that. I'm not going to get too far into it. I'm going to leave it at a broad statement of client experience with Discord and customer support has not been great. All right. We'll leave it at that. Moving on. You can only request payouts on certain payout windows, right? You cannot request during certain times, and you only have a certain payout window that you can actually request. Okay. I personally don't like that. I know some people don't care. You're still getting 2 payouts a month. All right. You can still pay yourself twice a month. Are you going to get those payouts within that same month? Probably not, because they can still take a while. But you can request 2 times a month, and that payout window, not a whole lot of people will like. I personally don't like it, but you can't just request at any time. All right. You can only request during their time periods. Their house, their rules. I get it, but that's how they have it laid out. Right now, moving on, they're starting to introduce more rules, like the DCA rule. I know a lot of people have some strong feelings on the DCA rule. I personally do as well. Again, we're not going to go too much in depth on this. The only thing I'm going to say about DCA rule is the safest way to DCA is with micros. And there are people that use micros, but the way that you do that is by accumulating in a zone, right? If a trade is constantly going against you, just moving against you, and you're just adding like a freaking idiot, then I got a problem with it, because you're trading like a total moron, right? But if you're accumulating in a zone to where you're at a support zone, you can't accumulate at lower than your entry. You could be 2 points lower than your entry, right? And then get dinged for a DCA. Okay, so if you're going to accumulate, you have to accumulate above your price. I don't necessarily like that, but it is what it is. Again, their house, their rules. I know everybody has their own personal opinion on that DCA, but it is what it is, right? Now, you can only withdraw up to a certain limit. I believe it's $2,000 max for a period of time. I could be wrong, but that's just what I've observed. I don't like that you can only request, up to 2K for like 3 months, 4 months, whatever it is. I may be wrong on the time frame of that and the amount, honestly. But from what I saw, it's up to like 2K, right? Max 2K for a period of time. I don't like that you're capped on how much you can withdraw. That's just one of the cons that they have. Now, moving on from that, moving to the last part of this on the con section is you cannot have a big day. Because what's going to happen is if you have a big day that's much larger than the rest of the big days you have, you're going to get called a gambler and they're going to take away your profits. All right. That's one of the biggest things. Honestly, that's one of the big things I don't like, because a good trader can come in, identify a setup, and ride that trend all day long, have a massive, massive day, and not get to keep it. But their strategy, but they still traded the exact strategy they would trade and did everything they were supposed to, had rules, had stop losses, but the big day is larger than what they normally do, and Apex is not going to let you keep your profits. So anyways, moving on. All right, so that's Apex pros and cons. They do have some pros. They are not a horrible company. Let me be clear. They're not a horrible company. I think they have issues that they need to work out, but they do have things that are going for traders, and there are traders that still like them. So anyways, moving on. We'll tie all of this together at the end of the video here. But now, going into Topstep, right? Now, I use Topstep, full transparency moment, okay? I use Topstep. I have an affiliate link with Topstep. I am not a partner with Topstep. Topstep does not pay me to create videos. Let's be clear about that. I know a lot of people were going on, oh, they pay Joey to create all these videos about Topstep and bash Apex. They don't. Nobody pays me anything. The only affiliate stuff I get paid from is if somebody clicks on my link and goes to Topstep and buys a combine, right? That's the only way I get paid. So anyways, moving forward here, right? Topstep pros, you can request a payout at any time if you have 5 days of $200 profit. At any time, there is no payout windows. If at any point you have 5 days of $200, you can request a payout. It'll be on Thursday, Fridays, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Rest on the weekend might be a little bit delayed, just given the fact that nobody works the weekends, right? But at any point, you can request your payout. I like that. You can withdraw up to 50% of your account. Okay, now, referencing back to how much they let you keep, I believe with Topstep, you keep 100% of your first $10,000. All right, throw that out there. Apex is $25,000. Topstep is $10,000. I believe that's the correct numbers. But anyways, you can withdraw up to 50% of your account right away. All right, you're not limited to 1K, 2K, whatever. You can request up to 50%. Right, just to make sure you keep that like buffer into your account and you're not just zeroing out your account. Right, you want to leave yourself a little bit of wiggle room. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Their support team, really, really solid. They have an A+ support team. I know this personally because I've used them multiple times. They've always taken care of me within a day or two. It's incredible. Their support team is top tier, in my opinion. All right. Moving on, the CEO of Topstep started, I believe it was in 2010. They started this whole movement. All right. They were under a different name, but they started this whole movement. So they've been here, been in the game for some time, and they have constantly adapted and evolved and helped transform their company in the favor of traders. Right. They care about their traders. That's one thing I can say about Topstep. If I had to say anything at all, it would be the fact that they care about their traders. Do with that what you will. Now, the CEO and other employees of Topstep have also been have been traders in the pit. They actually traded on the floor in the pit. Okay, so they are real traders. Have been in the industry for a very, very long time, and have been in the thick of it, right? In those pits, man. Because I've heard and seen videos that they get wild down there. And so they have actually been in the thick of it before Topstep was even a thing. All right. So Topstep, you can trade 5 accounts. I know Apex, you can do 20. Topstep, you can do 5. I personally if I just speaking on this from my personal side of things, I don't necessarily like the whole 20 accounts. I like fewer accounts because in my belief, if you can't be profitable with one account, you're not going to be profitable with 20, even with 5 accounts. If you can't keep one account, you're not going to keep 5. So why keep spending all the money when you're not even profitable with one? All right. Throw that out there. But Topstep still allows you to trade multiple accounts. And that's good because when you have that payday is nice. Right? You take out $3,000 out of 5 accounts. That's $15K. That's a $15,000 payday. Good money. Topstep, they have their own proprietary trading software called Topstep X, where they can be more interactive and help traders more so if there are platform issues, right? If there are platform issues, they have direct access to help you with everything. Unlike Tradevate, right? Tradevate, sometimes things can be out of their hands, but with Topstep X, they have full control and can help you, right? And also, I believe they're commission free. Don't quote me on that. I believe I heard something about being commission free with Topstep X, which I really, really do like, honestly. Now, they take traders live. Apex does not take traders live. They're stuck in sim forever. There are some different thoughts about staying in sim versus going live, right? In simulation trading, where you're still making, like express fund accounts, where you're still making real cash, but it's simulated environment. You get better fills, you get better trades, right? Better entries and better exits. Whereas like a live account, you might get a little bit of slippage. Now, I personally like being taken live because I get to be in the real market. People see my orders. My orders affect the market. Though I'm small fish, I'm not going to be moving anything. I'm still part of the market, and that's just a good feeling. And so you can still have a live account, but then have other express funded accounts that you're trading. They're still simulation, and that you're still getting those great fills on. So I like the fact that they actually take traders live because it's kind of like a credibility thing, right? They're not keeping you in sim. They're actually taking you into a live account, live market. So I really do appreciate that. And with Topstep, the last pro I'm going to go over is you can have a big day with Topstep and actually keep your money. Whereas Apex, you can't. All right. They're going to trash your profits. Topstep, you get to keep your money. You can come in with a solid strategy that's really, really good. And then you ride this massive trend and have like a $5,000, $10,000 day, right? And you get to keep your profits. All right. I like that about Topstep because you can keep those, request payout, and get it. Cons. All right, let's go over the negative. All right, we got to be transparent. We got to be even here. Cons, they are more expensive than Apex. Apex runs all these deals, these perma deals, so to speak. Topstep is a little more expensive than Apex. It can get pricey, especially when you're doing 5 accounts. You have the combine fee and then the activation fee. That can add up pretty quick. And so you need to be aware of how much money you're stepping into and you might need to have in order to get those 5 funded accounts, right? Because it might take you a few tries to get through all 5 of those combines, and which is pricey in itself. And then the activation fees, it all adds up quick, right? You can still get into the thousands of dollars before you're actually getting, profits rolling in. So be aware of that. It is expensive. The daily drawdown keeps you from using your full drawdown in a trade. While that is not good, however, if you have a massive account, right, you have a lot of room to work with. That $3,000 can cap you right the day. You can get wicked out of some strange move on the NASDAQ and then it actually go into your favor, right? I think if they remove that, then there will be more and more traders come back into Topstep with that removed. Because I know that can sometimes hold people back. Is it good to use your full max drawdown? Absolutely not. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that's okay. I'm simply just saying that it can prevent you from getting wicked out on a NASDAQ trade. And that happens all the time, even to the best of traders, even like, people like Coach Dakota. It happens to everybody, right? It's a natural thing. Okay. But yeah, that daily drawdown that prevents people from going to their max potential on some trades. Now, fewer accounts in Apex. Again, Apex has 20 accounts that you can trade. Topstep only has 5. Right? So, $2,000 out of 20 accounts is $40,000. $2,000 out of 5 accounts, $10,000. Yeah, $10,000. So there's a big difference, right? There's a big difference. But like I've always said, if you can't be profitable with 1, you're not going to be profitable with 5, or you're not going to be profitable with 20. All right. So make sure you're profitable first before you start diving into multiple accounts. That's all I got to say about that. All right. The next thing is they are viewed as harder to pass due to that drawdown limit, right? Combines have been viewed harder to pass through Topstep than Apex because Apex, you have more wiggle room. Topstep, you're a little more restricted on that daily drawdown. But I think honestly that helps you become a better trader, right? And that can be the same can be said about Apex's trailing drawdown. It can help you become a better trader. There's always ways that you can use these restrictions and rules to help you evolve as a trader and become better, right? So I'm not bashing on anybody. I'm just saying, like, personally, I like and dislike a lot of different things between Topstep and Apex. But anyways, to tie this all up, right, to put it all in a big nutshell, these two companies, Topstep and Apex, are at the top of the food chain when it comes to prop firms. They're both evolving. They're both competitive in nature, right? And they have to be because they are going head to head with each other. I think, one, it is good for them to have this because they're going to force each other to become better companies and become better prop firms, right? Competition is good for the market. If there wasn't competition, no company would ever evolve because they could just stay right where they're at because they have no one pushing them to be better. All right. So competition is good. I sincerely want to see both succeed. I don't want to see one go under. Right. I know I have leaned more towards Topstep, and I will continue to do so. But that does not mean I want to see Apex go down. I want to see Apex improve on some of the areas they need improvement on, and I want to see them thrive just like I want Topstep to thrive. Right. I don't wish any harm on any prop firm. I want both of them to succeed and be competitive with each other and all be well. But the most important part of all of it is keep the traders as their top priority. What's going to benefit the traders the most? How can they take care of them traders, right? And so for you guys as traders, you guys need to review all of this. You need to review what Apex offers, how their systems work, their payouts, their rules, right? And then go to Topstep and the prices as well. Then go to Topstep and look at their prices, look at their rules and restrictions, look at their payout structure, and figure out which one is going to work best for you and help you become a better trader, right? Because a lot of these companies all offer different things. They all have different systems. They have different prices. They have, their support teams. Some is better than the other. It's honestly, it's your job as a trader to do your own research and to figure out which one is going to help you evolve. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is you as a trader, right? And what's going to help you reach that end goal, whether it's full-time trading, taking a family on vacation, paying off debt, buying a house, car, whatever it may be. You should pick a prop firm that's going to help you achieve that end result, right? Both are good companies. I'm not going to say one's a bad company. I personally think one is better than the other. Again, this is a full transparent moment, right? I do think Topstep is a better company as a whole, but that's not to say that Apex is not a great company. So at the end of this, just do your research, find which one's the best, and honestly, put down in the comments which one do you got. Who do you like best? Is it Topstep? Is it Apex? Let me know in the comments down below. Guys, subscribe if you like this kind of content. Subscribe to the channel and get more daily content because I'm putting out every single day educational content for free, stuff that you're getting that your favorite guru puts in their paid courses, right? Subscribe, smash that like button with some serious authority, and guys, I will see you in the next video. Cheers.